Hello. What's up, everybody? Just go outside and shoot the blizzard. No, that's not how... I don't think that's how blizzards work. I mean, I could try. I just don't think that's how blizzards work. We're having a thunder blizzard? I don't know what they're called. I've never actually witnessed one. Real question on everybody's mind. Which keycap is getting licked? No, I have a pretty special keycap. I ordered all of the stuff for this keyboard except for the board itself, because the board itself actually took the least amount of time to show up, which is interesting because of, I don't know, things have changed. Things have changed since I got into the hobby. Did get an artisan, yes. It's an artisan that is it's very cohesive. The whole build, as far as I know, is pretty cohesive. I mean, I've looked. No space bar. Well, there is a space bar, but it's not the space bar. It's an R4 key, so it's like probably going to be the escape key. So today we're going to be building a PlayStation themed keyboard. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that because it's not an officially licensed PlayStation set. They don't own the colors. I mean, they own the colors as much as they can, I guess. Yes, keyboard builds, yes. So Sony, please don't sue, thanks. Yeah, so this is probably, this is weird. This is probably the last keyboard stream, or I don't know. I guess maybe there's like potential for more in the future. Especially maybe if I do like a commissioned build or something. But this is like the last keyboard stream. Kind of. It's not clickbait. It's I don't have any more keyboards to build. And I'm kind of sort of at the point in my, I don't know, my keyboard journey. I like keyboards still. Still love keyboards. Yeah, it's weird. So keyboards are really expensive, obvi. And all of the things that go into building keyboards, everything's pretty expensive. It's getting cheaper, and the hobby is sort of like going in a good direction in terms of affordability and availability and all that stuff. And I don't anticipate like not buying any more keyboards. I just have no keyboards right now with my budget, which is nothing. When I bought all this stuff, I was working. So with my budget of nothing, and with my sort of surplus of boards, it's got a lot of boards. There's quite a few, and a lot of them don't get used. So I'm kind of at the point where like I want to like maybe size down a bit, and then only sort of keep on hand the ones that I really, really like, and the ones that I really enjoy using. So that's kind of where I'm at, because I have a lot of boards and I don't need them all. So at some point, you may even see some more boards listed, because that's not even all the boards. There's like some over here. We have one in the closet that hasn't been built yet because that keycap set hasn't showed up, which it'll show up eventually. It's Ophi's Icky 68, which is this board right here. But it's a themed board. It's themed around I don't know K-pop. I do not know K-pop. Anyway, so I mean we've still got stuff that we could probably build in the future, but like this is like the last board that I have in the timeline, in the pipeline for me to build for me. So if I'm not quitting keyboards. I like keyboards. In fact, I still do love keyboards, and I know way too much about keyboards. So like if people need advice or like need help with stuff to figure out like what they want, like I'm here for that. I love helping people like figure out what's best for them and like what's the best sort of value for what you want. So anyway, I just wanted to like, not a disclaimer, I just wanted to say that like keyboards are cool and I'm just going to be doing less of the stream stuff. I waited for this build. I've had this board for a few weeks because it showed up. It was like 2 months because it was sea shipping. I paid for the sea shipping, which is like $20 less than the air shipping. Anyway, Meletrix is an offshoot company or an offshoot brand of Wuche Studios. Pretty sure Wuche is how you say it. Anyway, Wuche makes the Icky 68. And they make a lot of other stuff too, like the Mammoth. And there's some other boards that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But they make really good stuff. They make really good boards. They make really good switches. Like some of the best, like usable, like right out of the box switches. I haven't been able to try them yet. I really want to. There are other switches like the onion switches, which I haven't tried, are supposed to be really, really good. The fog, what are they? Aurora fog switches. I have them. I haven't put them in a board yet because I'm waiting for those keycaps for Ophi's build, for her Icky 68. But they're good. They're really good. So Wuche makes a lot of cool stuff. So Meletrix is their like cheaper brand, sort of. And Zoom65, which is what we have today. They also have a Zoom75, I think, and a Zoom TKL. I'm pretty sure. So there's a lot. They have a lot of good boards. They're really good for the money, and what is sort of a standout feature for this board, this is the entry edition or the EE edition. It sort of like, it kind of changed some things. Like the weight that's provided is the one that I have today is it's like chrome. It's like polished chrome. So it's really shiny. It's really cool for the price. It's kind of insane. The knob is also a polished, which is kind of it's a choice. I would have almost liked to see like a polished top and then like knurled sides so that it's like not totally a fingerprint magnet. But for the visually, and I think even like aesthetically, like it's a very pleasing looking board. We'll get into it. I'll show you what it looks like. This is my Bear 65. This is still my like favorite board that I've ever built. It's probably the most expensive board, but it's still my favorite. And I just drop DCX keycaps on it, which I think it looks pretty good. I was really pissed because the black set that I bought does not have an extra B key, and it was driving me. It just drove me insane. I was really upset. Like, I bought the space bar kit. This comes with everything. This set, they must have just like released them at separate times, and then it just didn't happen. So whatever. Drop. I really want another. I want a white on black B key. Just another one, please. But anyway, the board we're gonna build today, Zoom65, EE. They make a Zoom65. I believe it's a V2. And the back of that is it's actually glass, which is very different. And there's also on the sides, the way the board is made, there's no seam or visible seam on the sides, because on this board there is a visible seam, but there's a visible seam on the Bear, and it doesn't bother me much. So aesthetically, like, no visible seam, and it's cool. Much excited for this board and keycaps. So cool. Yeah, I'm also very excited. So I already prepped stabilizers, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. But we'll see. I'm using a different lens today because why not? It's still snowing. It's still snowing like crazy outside. At least it's not thundering and the power's going out. So chat, two choices. One, we get started on the board right away and get that out of the way totally and just do the board. Or we're gonna do both, but which one do you want to do first? We can do the board first, which will take the longest amount of time, or we can do the macro pad, because this keycap set didn't come with it, but there was an option for a PlayStation themed, don't sue me, PlayStation themed, I didn't make the keycap set, PlayStation themed macro pad, which is made by Rama, and it's very cool, and it probably wouldn't take very long to put together. So I'll leave that up to you guys. I can get started on showing you things though. Macro pad first. Okay, cool. I've got a box. The switches we're going to use today are these, which I got from Kinetic Labs. They didn't send them to me. I bought them with my own money because I really wanted to try these for a while. These are the Husky switches. They are very lightly pre-lubed. So this is totally stock. We're doing it live. I'm not like, I thought about it the other night. I wanted to lube them, and lubing them is like, I mean, it would make them even better. But I was trying them and like playing with them, and I was like, you know, for what they are, I feel like I want to just be able to try them stock, and then I have extra. I can lube those and then swap them out and then lube blah 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 if I wanted to. So I also thought, I mean, they're gray, which they're pretty. If you are getting any sort of like, you know, like any bit of the theme here, everything's sort of gray. But these I think they're pretty. You know, they're just gray. They sound really good too. I mean, they're gonna be a little bit more like kind of clacky. And I'm not getting any like spring ping or anything like that. Millennial gray, yeah. Yep. This is the ultimate millennial keyboard. But I'm excited to use these. I've been wanting to try these. They're also a long pole. They have a long pole, so they're gonna have that, like, they're gonna be a bit louder too. So there's those. And then this is exciting. This is the artisan I was talking about. It is made by Rama, and it is themed. It has the Omnitype logo, which Omnitype is the company formerly Dixie Mech. This is their logo, and then they're the ones that made the keycap set. So that's why it's just an Omnitype logo that they put on a keycap. Boom. And okay, here we have the macro pad, which I will show you, and all of the accessories that comes with that. So we've got these. They're sort of like low profile low profile keycaps that have the PlayStation colors. It also comes with all the tools and everything, and we've got some switches in here too. I don't know what kind of switches they are. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We can dive into it. If we're gonna do the macro pad first, and get this bad boy open. I really like how Rama does their stuff. Rama has been around for quite a while, I would assume, but everything is well branded. Even like the sticky side of this, even the holographic sticky side of this is branded in Rama like X's and O's. It's insane. So they're very good at branding. I only have one Rama board in my collection. It's the Kara, and it's like one of the cheapest ones they've ever made. I'm a high key fan of the packaging. Yes, it's and they make it so that it's like reusable too. They say on there they're like reuse, recycle, whatever. So if like you have, you know, like if I like were to ship something out and I don't have like an extra bag or something, I'll just keep these bags. Oh, and we get my favorite cable that I own, and it's not a fancy cable. It's not a fancy cable at all. It's the one that came with my Kara. Is a Rama cable because it's just simple. It's just a black cable that says Rama on it, and it's just a very simple. It's got Rama on this side. It's got a little X on this side. My favorite cable, and they gave me another one. I love that. That's perfect. Is it bad that that's the thing I'm excited about most? Is that I get another Rama cable? I don't know what this is. I don't know. It's like Christmas. It's clean branding though. It is. Rama, while they make really good boards too. They make really nice high-end boards. They also, they do all the artisan stuff for most of the big group buys. This is the PCB. Okay, look at this little baby PCB. Look at it. Cute. It's this little baby. They usually do a really good job at making their PCBs look really clean too. Like the Kara's PCB was really pretty. And it's hot swap. I didn't even know if it was hot swap or not. I didn't even think about if I had to bust out the soldering iron today. But good, it's hot swap. I appreciate that. Yeah, with anti-static bag, they know what they're doing. For sure. So we got little tools here. And some screws. Got the 4 screws that this will need to put together. And even... I don't know why... It's the little things, I guess, for me. Even the little Allen wrench, it's like a star hex little Allen wrench thing is branded, which I have one of these too, but because I built the Kara, but it's still just I don't know, it's just I'm a nerd about it. So this is actually going to go on the board, so we'll keep this for later. And then we've got our keycaps here, which we're not ready for yet. I want to see what these switches are, because I didn't know it was going to come with switches. Is that etched? Yeah, they brand literally everything. And my favorite, switch puller is it's a Rama switch puller. It's this one. And that's stamped. That's stamped out of there. I don't know. It's just really nice. They make really good stuff. My favorite switch puller is my teeth. Okay. All right. I'd like to see you do that. You probably wouldn't have teeth. Okay, so these are Gateron switches. These might be the 8008 switches. Maybe? I like how they look. They're not like... These are definitely the 8008 colorway. But they're made by Gateron. And they seem reasonably smooth. They're probably not pre-lubed, but they're smooth. I'm gonna peep this company too. I need a new board soon with the new pre... Oh, dude. Rama stuff... The problem with Rama stuff is that you can order it today. And then maybe in like 2 years you'll get a board. That seems to be the issue with a lot of their stuff. They're from Australia, but their lead times are long. And I don't know if they have a group buy right now, to be honest with you. I love this. It's a 6%. The lead times are long. But like, check out this branding though. Like it's just cool. I really want, oh, it's got the Dualshot 2 on here. I really want a Rama board. And I think eventually, you know, like I want a mode board, and I'd really like a higher end Rama board that I would actually use, like in terms of like layout, because my Rama board that I have now is the Kara, and it's an HHKB layout, which while it looks nice, it's just not my preferred. It's just not my preferred layout. I prefer like an Alice, or maybe even like a TKL 65, 75, in that range. That's my range for like preferred sizes and formats. But this is it gives you an idea. So this is the top, this is what the top of the macro pad looks like. And then the bottom, which has the rubber and the Rama logo and stuff on it too. So they just do a really good job with their branding and their packaging. Which I've already opened this because I got too excited, so I had to see what it was all about. And here it is. So that's all that's in this little package here. So I'm going to get this all buttoned up. Also, sorry if the audio is goofy. I just set up my new PC, and I tried some different things with EQ and things, so if I sound vastly different, that's why. Art is cool. I think your audio sounds good on mine. Thank you. So, simple, very nice looking, like very, very well finished. Thank you, Rogue. And, you know, it's got a little bit of schmutz on it because I took it out once. Of course, it's got to have stuff on it. But they make these for just there's a lot of group buys and stuff that they do where they make like an accompanying macro pad to make them kind of fit the theme. The reason why I really liked this one, and it's kind of goofy, they made the front of it look like a controller port. And I thought that was the coolest thing. So that's it. That's all. That's why. It's got it looks like it's been painted on the inside, and it looks really well done. So that's my my nerd out for now. So okay. This just comes right out, and it looks like this is going to be quite easy. We should only have to put this in here. Because there's only... I wonder what this is for. So, I'd imagine... Oh, I'm gonna have it backwards, like a dingus. I imagine we can just put this in here, put the rubber over top of it, and then we can snap in our switches. That's my guess. Right? That seems right. As long as I don't move them around too much. I just don't know what this is for. Maybe there's like a switch or something that you need to use that for. It's the build theme Pog. I'm gonna just very gently put them in and not screw them down so tight yet. Maybe. This doesn't seem right to me. I could be wrong. It seems like it should like not bubble up like that. Let me look up a little build guide here. Even though this should be like the easiest thing to build in the world. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. All right. This is the, what do they call it? Rama M6C. Build guide. A little sad they didn't give me another switch puller. Assembly. Is there... They must make these slightly different than they used to. Because it looks like there was like a plate. Am I insane? I mean, the plate looks integrated to me, so that looks like the older versions of this had like this would come out. Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Oh, so this little pin here, there's a reset button somewhere. So it's not essential for the... Yeah, it's right here. So, yeah, okay. So there's like a little reset button for it. Interesting. Well, I think this is the way to go. Oh, you know what? You know what I did wrong? I put it on backwards. So this is all like Oh, this is all form fitted, so there's all these holes for where the switches go, and I had it reversed. So I just had it on backwards. Easy mode. Listen, it's my first time. Be nice to me. I don't know how tight, because it's screwing into like rubber, so I don't think I need to like wrench on these too hard. Uber, are you excited to play more games? When are we going to play the Forest, or the Sons of the Forest again? So I was having a really good time playing that game. Okay, this should be it. Easy. Easy mode. So I don't know if you heard that. So my main monitor, like maybe once or twice a day, the plastic on it, I mean, I know that monitors create heat. They generate heat, as all electronics do. But I think it like generates enough heat to where it like the casing on my monitor like snaps. Makes really fun snapping noises. It's not an electronical snapping noise. It just sounds like the casing is like warming up and like, you know what I mean? There. Just like that. Boom. Easiest thing to build ever. I didn't even put this into the... This is bonus content. I should probably put it in the description that we built this as well. These keycaps are so cool. All right. I need to know the proper orientation of these colors. This is stupid. It's an aesthetic snapping noise. Yes, it's aesthetic. Okay. So these keycaps are interesting. They're actually like kind of shiny. Actually really shiny. Surprisingly, we get some like tooling marks from where they came out of the mold. But other than that, they seem pretty like thick and nice. These are very cool. Take a bit of force to get on there. So, color-wise, no, that's not stupid. I just want to make sure, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Because I'm a fake Sony fan, right? I've absolutely had PlayStations and whatnot, but they don't get the most playtime out of all the other consoles I've ever had. So, But look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so cute. So cute. All right. Let me put some of this stuff away, and I'd like to bring it up in cable. Bring it up in via and make sure it works. Oh, I love this cable. Oh, so nice. So nice. All It has RGB. It's like flashing through all the different modes. Let's see here. I can bring up so VIA is, so if you don't know what VIA is a software that we've been able to use for a long time with a lot of different boards. That it helps you program boards, and it's really easy to use. I can't find a way to download VIA anymore. It's purely web-based now, which I'll show you. So here it is. I have it kind of cropped a little bit because I have this is sort of set up for monkey type for later for the sound test. But yeah, it comes up and you just basically give it permission to see whatever board you have, and then you can change your like key mappings and all this stuff. So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can change it, and you save it to your PC as a JSON file, and then it just works. It's just what you set it to. It's so weird. I'm so used to it just being a program, and now it's just all web-based, which is very interesting. So anyway, this is that. I'm wondering. I can change the lighting. Could just like cycle through all the colors. Yeah. I know you can't really see the RGB. It's in there. It is very cute. This is a lovely macro pad, and it probably honestly will replace. I have this just like this. Where all my artisans live right now, or if they're not on a board, this one was just it's just I was too lazy to take one of them off because these aren't like artisans or anything, they're just like fill-ins. But just don't worry about it. Ditto is just hanging out. But yeah, cool, awesome. I will probably I will most likely use this over that because I don't know, this form factor seems really cool. You don't need to see this anymore. I don't know, it's really solid too. It's really heavy for what it is. I mean, it's heavy. But yeah, I guess I should like test the keys, make sure they work. They work. Okay, cool, awesome. Well, I'm gonna keep VIA up because I'm gonna probably need it for later. Anyway, cool, awesome. I'm gonna leave that plugged in, and it's just gonna sit over here for now. Cool. Let's get into the actual build for today. I would like to show you. This is the carrying case that it comes with. It's kind of like suede, maybe, kind of like a leather, it's not smooth leather, if that makes sense. It has the Meletrix logo on it, which is a little elephant M. And like I said, I've been in here already, but I haven't like opened much, to be honest, because I wanted to like leave that for the stream. I have taken the board out to see the color. I have not taken the keycaps out to see the color, and I don't know if the grays are going to match perfectly. We're winging it. So let's get some of the stuff out of here. So this is So this is the Zoom65 EE or Entry Edition. So it does come included with a lot of fun things, like you get a carrying case, you get a braided cable. This is one cable. It's not like a detachable. It doesn't have an aviator connector or anything like that. I could take or leave these cables, and it's braided, so it's not too bad. I actually don't know if you can buy the EE edition anymore, since the new version of it, which is better, it probably comes with all this stuff anyway, and they probably didn't change. This is pretty bog standard as far as like cables go. It's not branded in any way, so as far as I can understand, it's just like a very standard cable that a lot of these come with. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. We get here's our PCB, which I will open and show you. No rip tab here, but it does have the Meletrix branding on it, which is nice. These keyboard companies are very good about branding their things. Gotta be careful about the rotary encoder on here, because it's already pre-installed. Get out of here. Don't want to be pulling on anything. It could very likely just pull something off of the board. Okay. Here's our board. Our PCB, rather. We do have flex cuts, which, take it or leave it, you know. A lot of people like them, a lot of people don't like them. Reasons for liking them: you get more of like a flexible typing experience. It's quite flexible, flexy. If you have a board that is very stiff, this might be kind of a cool, might be cool to try, you know. The reasons for disliking it, as far as I understand, it can make the sound a bit thinner. So if you want something really clacky, kind of loud, you might not like the flex cuts. But what a lot of people will do, and what I may do eventually, probably not today, but what a lot of people like to do is do the tape mod. So that kind of covers up the flex cuts. You still kind of get some of the advantage of having the flex cuts. You get a little bit more flex, but it covers up that, you know, there's no sound leakage. It makes it a little bit louder, a little bit more fun. And I think with the Husky switches, this is going to sound pretty good. May not be as full because I'm not going to put tape mod on it. Might not be as full, but we'll get there. It'll be fine. Polycarbonate plate, which I'm also quite a fan of. I like the sound of polycarbonate. And actually, my current favorite board, the Bear 65 V2, uses an aluminum plate. So it kind of just, I was like, man, I didn't get the polycarbonate plate for this board, and it's like like I'm so excited about it. And then I got it and I used the aluminum plate, and I was like, all right, this thing sounds amazing with an aluminum plate, and it feels good. It's a little bit stiffer. I think plastic plates are kind of like easy mode. They're kind of easy mode. They make most boards sound really good. I'm not a big fan of the idea that we have to have more flex cuts on here, but it's something different, right? So polycarbonate plate. If you didn't notice, like I said earlier, there is actually a rotary encoder which has steps to it, which feels nice. We'll see how it is actually in practice, but there is actually a knob on here. So, what else? I believe Oh, this is like full stuff. Okay. So here are our gaskets. Pour-on gaskets, which we'll have to apply. And this is more gaskets. More gaskets. They give you 2 things of gaskets. Nice. I'm thinking this is all foam. Yeah. So this is all of the foams. We've got a plate foam in here. We've got a case foam. And then all of these little squares are to fill in the different parts of the case. This is different than the new version of it. I know that they've kind of changed how they do the foam stuff. This is for if you don't want to use the battery. Spoiler alert, this does have a battery. Which would be one of my first. It's actually, I think it's my first custom build that I've done that actually utilizes a battery, so that you can do like Bluetooth. Which, if I ever decide to do like a dual PC thing, I think it'd be really cool to have. You know, it's like a wireless keyboard over to the side. So that's cool. I don't know if I'll ever actually do that, but the idea is cool. This is an optional PCB pour-on foam. Okay. Optional. So what's different about... Oh, so we actually have a PE sheet too. We have a PE sheet, which is awesome. I have not built anything with a PE sheet. But then this is also, right? Well, we'll look up a guide, so to make sure that I'm doing everything right. But apparently, there's optional pour-on foam, which I thought that was pour-on foam for the. Anyway. Get this close back up, maybe. Yep. We've got this is the packaging that the stabilizers came in. I've already, as you can see, I've already taken them out and they're already ready to go, balanced and everything. Here's the knob, which I will take out of its packaging when we go to actually put it on the board itself. The knob is a shiny chrome, so that's exciting. We've got... Did I open this? I must have. Here's our battery. Nice. It's a lot of these boards, as far as I understand, in the past, they would give you the option for to do Bluetooth or to have a wireless capability, but they never gave you the battery. You had to like source your own battery, which is fine because I mean, AliExpress probably has a ton of them, and you could just order it and just get one. But this takes the guessing work out of it. Like there's no, you just have the battery. We got some tools here, which I may use. Case feet, we have white and black to, you know, probably going to use the black. We have a single case screw. Interesting. And we have our plate and PCB screws. Cool. Now, one of the moments you've all been waiting for is the actual. And again, such nice freaking branding. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. For it being like a budget oriented product, I say budget. I think I paid $159 for the board. Then it came with all this stuff, including stabilizers, which is another thing that you don't typically get. Usually you have to buy your own. And they're Wuche Studios branded as well. There she is. Here's the board. This is the cool gray variant, and the finish is like it's rough. It's got texture to it, which I think I like. I think a lot of people said that they didn't like it. I do not mind it. I actually prefer it. And so here you can see the new design for this board does not have a visible seam. However they designed it, I think they took it down here, and then the plate, the whole back of the new ones is actually glass with this the weight in the middle. So I don't have the weight out yet. I can grab the weight. Just wait. It's got a little dog hair on it, all right? So this is the back weight, which we have our screws here. And ta-da! I actually forgot that I ordered, it's like a black chrome. So the knob and this weight are black chrome. It's hard to see it, but it's really shiny. So we will wait to take this off. That's the weight. And it's very well packaged. They really wanted to make sure that the weight got to you. Okay, let's look up a build guide really quick. Zoom65 EE build guide. I actually do have somewhere, I think I moved it. I have like the actual physical booklet somewhere, because it does come with a booklet. But we are going to use the digital version because I don't want to get up and find it. All right. Okay, so it's telling me the first thing is to lube the stabilizers, and I already did it. Loser. This is also telling us to take the we're going to actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to put the case feet on so that there's no risk of us sort of scuffing the board while we move it around my desk. Even though it's on a desk, man, I don't want to risk the possibility of scuffing up the bottom. I actually don't know what the status of the new I think they really want these things to sort of be in stock and available. But the new version of this, I don't know what the status of that is, because they do the group buy thing. They do it so that you can kind of get the pre-order in, and there are so many colors. Look up Zoom65, and it should be on Canon Key's website. But there are so many colors. I was very tempted to get a green one, because I do not have a green board. I think ultimately I will get a green board, and it'll probably be a mode board, because then I can get the green and maybe some copper accents or something fun. But I went with the gray because it's very versatile, and the PlayStation thing was like hot on my mind because I knew that I knew it was gonna show up eventually. So yeah, we got our. I do need this because it's got all the mounting hardware for the stabilizers. Take the pour-on switch foam and place on the PCB with the shiny side down. Please make sure that the holes line up. Photo below. Okay. This is our Poron sheet, which looks like this. Has a lot of flex cuts in it to match up with the PCB. Take this out here. The shiny side goes down. Shiny side is down. And the holes are matched up. Shiny side is important. Es muy importante. Mount the stabilizers on the PCB. You can stick the included pads under the stabilizers, but it's not necessary. Please use the included small washers under the screws. Ah. So, I'm not a fan of these sort of like switch pads or the stabilizers pads. So basically the idea is you put them under where the stabilizers go, and it kind of like, it changes how they feel. They kind of feel like a little bit more mushy, but they make them less noisy. So if you're going for something like a really quiet build, or you're trying your best to make it quiet, these are good for that. They also reduce the rattle potentially if you have an issue where the stabilizer itself is like not totally seated and like kind of has a tendency to move around. But I think the idea, I like using the washers on the screws, because then that ultimately helps with that as well. They also include Teflon strips, which I opted to not use. You can probably see on here there's one missing. I tried to use them. It's just not for me. It's to put inside of the stabilizer so that you can also, again, minimize rattle from the wire. But if you are poggers like me, you can just lube them correctly. It's basically like a it's supposed to be like a holy mod without using band-aids, because band-aids can deteriorate over time. Teflon, I think the idea is that it's like a more durable material. I found some coffee stuff in the fridge and I'm drinking it. It's very yummy. So what we're gonna do now, pour these out. We're not going to use all of them. They do give you extra. As you can see, they gave me some extra stabilizers in here as well. But they basically just give you the full kit of stabilizers, which I can appreciate. Anyway, let us proceed. And these should kind of snap in. They're not in, but the way that they're designed, they basically just kind of, they kind of hold on a little bit. I've never used Wuche Studios stabilizers before, but if it's anything like any of their other products, they've got to be pretty decent. And I am the kind of person that really likes to try things. Like in my favorite keyboard, in my favorite build I've ever done with the Bear 65 V2, I have Acco stabilizers, which, if you know anything about Acco, their stuff is less expensive. They still have like probably like some of the higher, like some of the stuff maybe would rival this board. sort of less custom. They do have DIY kits. I really do push people towards ACO because their switches are really, they're really good for the money. Really inexpensive if you're just starting out and you don't want to spend a ton of money. Especially, I haven't tried their new, the new yellows and the blues that they have, which are linear and tactile. They're supposed to be really good. They're all pre-lubed from the factory. I like ACO too. Yeah, they're really good. And the switches that I put in your board are really nice. I'm personally still not really a fan of silver switches, but like stock, they're great. They just, and even those weren't pre-lubed, but they felt really good. So for the price, we're starting to kind of push towards I don't know. So many switches out there, right? So many freaking switches. And some of them are like sort of branded by influencers, which I can appreciate it because I think, you know, I'm even guilty of kind of giving into the hype and stuff with switches. Switches is one of those things that can be really expensive if you're buying them often. You know, I spent over $100 in switches just to recuperate from a couple of sales that I did. Through I still do the I will do lubing for people that don't want to lube. It is pricey because I don't typically undersell myself. I try to sell them at a competitive price though. And so I spent over $100 in switches because, you know, I'm going to grab my fix it kit here. Thor is being really cute right now. He is sleeping in his bed right next to my desk. He's a good boy. He's like fully asleep, tongue out. Still a fan of these silvers. And that's the thing too, like it's really cool to try new things. Right? It's really cool to try new switches. But at the end of the day, like chasing hype is fun, right? Chasing hype can be fun, especially in a rapidly growing and evolving market and hobby. I'm just putting the washers on these to make it easier on me. So it's fun to chase hype, you know. It can be really expensive though, right? I'll never financially recover. I will. But it's just it's fun, right? It can be that way in just about any hobby, I would imagine. And that's how I felt for a long time about PC building. And I still kind of chase the hype of certain things. Like I really want that there's a fractal case that has wood on it. I think that's just really interesting. It kind of fits my desired aesthetic. So for now, I have this really old. So I guess it's not really old. It's old. It's an old fractal case that I bought secondhand. It was new basically, but it was secondhand. I bought it from a guy. I don't know. He just had it, and I with the sole intention of making it like a server, because it does have. I don't know where all the drive cages are, but it was my test bench. My test bench. I haven't tested anything in a long time, but I basically back when I was like buying and selling PCs, PC parts, used stuff. I was hoping that these just don't all fall out. Yeah, they're all gonna fall out. I was hoping that they would clip in a little better. But when I was buying and selling PCs, I, you know, had to validate and make sure that like certain graphics cards were working. So I had a little test bench with parts that I knew worked. I'm doing this in sort of a janky way, but that's fine. I could like totally flip it over and then hope that they all stay in, but that's not a hole. I'm very glad that I took care of these stabilizers. I did these like, you guys should be proud of me. I did these like 2 weeks ago. At least. It was a while ago. But anyway, I don't I kind of sound like I'm pooping on the keyboard hobby a little bit. I'm not. I'm just trying to like, I think that like things have really changed. And even these stabilizers, I found this really interesting. So they actually, it's going to be hard to explain how this, so usually they clip in the top. Like you can snap the wire in on the top. These ones, they just decided we're going to snap in the bottom. And I don't know how that necessarily affects the performance of them. Maybe Wuche found they're just cool and they wanted to do it the other way. And that's fine. But when I was putting them together, I was like, hello? Why are these... Is it opposite day? This opposite day for stabilizers? This song's a banger. I don't want to talk too much about Epidemic Sound because I want them to sponsor me at some point. But that's gonna just save. Ophi pointed it out. It's just gonna save the Spotify playlists. You know. Please take out plate foam and place it on the back side of the plate. So we're done with this for now. For real. Yeah, it's gonna save the... Okay. This is the back side of the plate. Take out the plate foam. This is the plate foam. This is the plate foam. Right. This foam is optional. PCB pour-on. Did they just give you extra pour-on foam? I'm so confused. They don't tell you how to put it on. So I'm assuming it looks like shiny side is this way. Yeah, just like that. My Spotify Wrapped is kind of booty. Yeah. Now that you're not streaming, like you're gonna, it's gonna be better. Your life's gonna be better now. To be completely honest, I was almost there too. I was almost like, maybe we don't stream anymore. But I've been doing the PNG thing, and that's been fine. Went really above and beyond for the mods. Yeah, no, it's really nice. This is kind of the standard now, is to have. I'm gonna put. This is the standard now, I think, for nice DIY kits. Is that they include all of the foams, so that you don't have to like have somebody laser cut your shit for you. You know, like. Somebody tell that to frickin' somebody please tell that to Keeps for All. I think I could get away with this. Yep, that's the right size. So I think we have to. Oh, I skipped a step. No big deal. I almost wonder if I could just do these by hand. Are these threaded? Maybe I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. These are actually threaded. Wow. That's why they didn't give you a tool. Because you actually don't need one to put these in. Ayo. Spotify raps are going to be trash. I don't even listen to music anyway. I don't like listen to real music. I listen to the Wii Shop theme remixed 20 different ways. And then some like really weird jazz fusion shit. Oh. And then like some like guitar virtuoso stuff, and then like meme music that uses the Yoshi's Island theme song. So like I don't actually listen to real music. That's mega attention. Yeah, to put threading in a polycarbonate plate, I just didn't. Of course it's a thing, you know, but like it's kind of blowing my mind. Having put together the fucking Freebird TKL, which don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the Freebird TKL. I'm gonna make sure that these are like in there. Give it a little like skirt. We don't want to like over tighten. Skirt. But we got the tool out. So just give it a little ounce. There we go. Just a little ounce. Okay. I got that. So step number 8 is to place the PCB foam on the plate foam combo. Little unts and a little skirt. Little unts. Just a little unts. Hello? Are you down here? Holes and screws. PCB and plate together. Got it. So we do this. You are down here. I hear you. Hello. You need a little snack? What kind of snack? That's a drink. Can drinks be snacks? Oh, you did. I have my IEMs in. I just can't hear. All right. So it looks like we get to do... Now, we don't have to... Align the standoffs corresponding holes and use the screws to screw the PCB and plate together. No washers. Probably totally fine. I'm gonna do one on this corner here. And they're little gold screws too. Very nice. Just a little oomph and a little skirt. Rogue, what have you been playing recently? Any gamer moments? Still playing Valorant? I want to like screw these in super tight. Just tight enough. Tight like a tiger. Also, I want to make sure that all of my stabilizers are actually properly mounted and clipped in. Probably should have checked that earlier. Looks fine to me. No wobble. Nice. Recently started Wolf. Oh, Wolf Among Us. Oh. That's pretty poogers. How's that going? A little No Man's Sky? I did a little No Man's Sky with Harv like probably like 6 months ago. That was a long time ago, feels like. I didn't really get into it. It was fine. Seemed pretty poogers. That should be fine, right? It's a lot of solder. A lot of solder on this. On that contact here. And it's pretty close to the screw. I almost want to put a washer. Yeah, let's put a washer on it. I'd like to just avoid any issue. I don't really want to put the board together and then it just be like, "Map doesn't work, there's a short. You're a piece of garbage." Oops. Hello, dog. Welcome back. How was your journey out into the living room? Was it eventful? The updates have been pretty nice. Oh. Anything of note? What's the deets on the updates? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm putting a clear washer on this. It's most likely going to butt up against the stuff around it. But it's a plastic washer, so we can kind of deform it. Actually, perfect. Totally fine. This is... I'm gonna shut up, because I was about to say, this is going really well. Yeah, because I'm following a freaking guide, you dingle. PCB foam, which is this. And take away the transparent film. Place it on the PC. Make sure to align the holes in foam. This foam is optional. Take away the Place the PCB foam and take away the transparent film. Take away the transparent film. So, like, this. Does it tell me when to take away the... I'm also a little upset because I'm just now realizing that I didn't get one of their switch pullers. Their switch pullers are sick. And it's supposed to come with one. Oh well, you know. How many switch pullers do you need? You're not a dingle? Most days I think I am a dingle. Most days I think I'm a dingle. Am I crazy to think that we're supposed to just leave the blue on there? Because it doesn't look like it leaves the blue on the picture here. Please take the PCB foam out and take away the transparent film and place it on the PCB. Make sure to align it in the holes in the foam with the socket, the hot swap sockets. This foam is optional. Please start to install the switches on the plate. Make sure you brace the hot swap socket from the other side. Make sure you support your hot swap sockets from behind. Do not install switches in the positions marked. Okay, because you gotta make sure you got the mounting holes. Use the switch puller to help you adjust, blah, blah, blah. Switch is not inserted, blah, blah, blah. Case feet. Okay. They don't... Huh. They don't tell you to take the blue film off. But this blue film is like... I wonder if this is... So... This is the boron... It's the same thing. The same thing. Interesting. The blue sheet is very difficult to remove, so I'm wondering if it's supposed to be kind of like just a protection layer. Oh, we are down a washer somehow? Interesting. We shall proceed. I'm going to look it up, actually. Let's see. Zoom65 EE blue film. Case foam blue film. Somebody Googled it. Oh, bro, it's a fellow. Welcome back. Oh. And for the plate, this feels a lot smoother to play. No Man's Sky updates. Feels a lot smoother to play, but it's night and day because I played. Oh yeah, well it's probably way different now. Yes, you were missed. Welcome back. I'm looking up something to do with the looking at other people's build videos here to see what the dealio is with the foams, because it looks, in terms of case foam, Not sure how I'm feeling about that Razer keyboard. I sent in Discord. It might still be earlier. I just a little awkward for my hand. It seems kind of cool, you know. Is there like a discussion board or something? Okay. Yeah, the hand controller thing. Those are kind of cool. I imagine those would be really like nifty for like MMOs and shit. I was just about to try and copy paste with a board that's not built yet. Let's see. No, I just want the EE. Yeah. Just want to see what other people's experience is like. And then, of course, I have to find somebody that's using the case foam. They don't have the blue film on. Okay. This is a video by Wildcat, so it's got to be good, right? He does remove the blue film. Okay. It's just very sticky. Most games I play don't use a joystick. It's foreign comps. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the joystick part. It's so... It's so stuck on there. Like, it feels wrong to take it off. Why is it like that? You know, like I'm taking parts of it up here. I said something, didn't I? I said, it's going well. I had to say that. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. All right. To me, it seems like you would take it off. Let's see what my buddy Preston says. That is the new version. Doesn't help me. Build stream. This is a V2. Yeah. I mean, we can just leave it on. It's probably not that big of a deal. Let's keep going. I don't want to dwell on it too long. And if anything, I can take it out too. So it's not actually necessary. Yeah, it'd be really weird to use a joystick, but then also be using like keyboard. All right. Ah. Make sure it snaps into the plate. Just like that. Yep. Another thing I've found that is a bit annoying with flex cuts is that when you're going to install switches, it can be a bit annoying to actually get the switches to clip into the plate properly. Like you have to, I mean, obviously you got to apply a little bit of pressure, but the way that they sort of like flex around the switches, it can be kind of annoying. Oh, didn't want to put one there. Just kidding. So the way that this board is designed, I have to wait to put some of these switches in. So there's a mounting point here. You can see there's a mounting point here, 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 here. So we got to not put anything there. Don't just force the switches in. So much gray. Millennial keyboard. It's a little difficult to get in there because it's this part of the poron is like kind of goofy. Go. Put one here. Okay. And so this also supports ISO as well. So some of the switches, like I had to put this like sideways. That's just how it's designed, just so that this board or this PCB can support as many layouts as possible, which is nice. I haven't really found any like big downsides to it other than, you know, the plate design sort of being a little goofy and maybe not necessarily lining up, you know, how the switch should like sort of pop into the plate. You know what I mean? Because each switch, it took me a while to realize this too. Each switch has like these little, like, they're like little latches, basically, that clip into the plate. And if you ever have like a switch that just like won't, sometimes with hot swaps, sometimes you just have a switch that just won't like, doesn't really want to stay in the board. I found that like if you can just find a way to get that switch to actually like clip in, it's because it won't clip in on or clip onto the plate. Found that out because of the GMK Pro. One of my biggest keyboard mistakes. That video does that. I mean, it wasn't a video. It was a. I guess it is technically a video. It was a VOD, a Twitch VOD, from back when I was living in my apartment. I built my GMK Pro. Can you believe that this board at like I think it was 159 is better in a lot of ways, most ways. And the GMK Pro, it's like a freaking, this board is only 159. Yeah. The if you look it up, it should be on Canon Key's website. It's 159. I think it's 159 or 179. The new versions might be 179, I think. The GMK Pro is a $350 keyboard built. Just dog shit value. Just absolute ass compared to what you get with this board. Don't buy a GMMK Pro new. I will sell you mine and I'll knock a bunch off of it. But do not buy. Do not, in 2023, do not buy a GMMK Pro new. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I think I remember you saying you don't buy a don't buy a GMMK Pro. There are other GMMK boards. They've got the GMMK2 stuff, which is like basically stock keyboard shit that, you know, if you want something that has hot swap and like you don't want to like look around for a better deal, it's fine. There are so many hot swap boards out there now that come with all of the stuff that you... It comes with everything. Like, I sent a bunch to Crazy last night because he's buying a full-size board. And to be fair, the board that he wanted to buy is a Corsair board. I'm still waiting on mine. Yeah. No, Keycaps, I know. I was talking about that earlier. I was also talking about how like this is probably going to be one of the last keyboard streams because there's not a lot of... I don't have more boards, you know. I guess I could make videos about keyboards. Should I make a video about how bad of a value the GMK Pro is? Could do that. I do not care about any sort of potential opportunities from them, to be completely honest. I really don't. I really don't care. I do try to, like, you know, keep myself friendly, if you know what I mean. But for Glorious, I could not care less. It's a lot of stuff that I support, like this brand here, that I would love to, if there was any possibility in the future to work with them, I would love to. They just are doing it right. They're doing a lot of stuff right. They actually have a keyboard kit that I'd love to take a look at. I don't know how good it is in terms of value or like what it really offers. That seems a little different, and not different in like a bad way. I'd love to get my hands on it if I could. But there's so much else out there that is better in terms of value. So if there's anything that you get from the stream, you know, and you're looking at keyboards or whatever, don't go with Glorious. Don't do it. Like I said, I will sell you a GMMK Pro with switches and keycaps, everything included, for less than the price that I paid for it. Because I would rather see, you know, if somebody wants it. Because I don't want it anymore. What I need to do is drop the price on it because I have it listed on my store, but I don't really regularly check the store or update the store. I think in the future, what I'd like to do is, like, you know, like I said, I'd like to sort of thin the herd a little bit, thin the pack. And I might consider putting that stuff on there. I'm gonna put the weight on. There are screws. Okay, I see. Got these hex screws here. Don't know if that's the right size. Perfect. Yeah, GMK Pro, trash at full value. Don't even consider it, please. I'd love to help anybody decide on what their next keyboard is, peripheral, PC part, whatever. So that's what I'm here for. If you ever have any questions about any of that stuff, I'm not like, I don't get paid for my opinion. So I don't know if that makes me a professional or not, but I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of different things. And I'd much rather have people have a educated decision on, you know, what they're buying, rather than just be like, oh, this person said it was good, probably this, you know. Like, get more opinions. There's lots of YouTube videos out there to help you make good decisions. And sometimes buying the cheaper thing makes sense for your budget and for a lot of other things. And sometimes that is the best value, but sometimes you should save up a little bit more and actually buy the good thing, because then you buy it once. I like the philosophy that you buy once. Do I follow that in terms of keyboards? No, not at all. I buy many times. I buy many. Okay. External weight screws. I know this is a keyboard stream, but did you finish your PC build? Yeah, I did. Well, for now. For now, I finished it. It's in a good place though. These the same screws? Yes. It's in a good spot. I mean, I do, there are a couple things that I want to do differently with it. One is cooling. I did what, you know, everybody should do, and I did zero research on the new AMD stuff. I just was like, yep, that's what I want. And I got a 7900X. And the new AMD stuff, it runs really hot. So I have a decent sized air cooler on it, but I would like to go with a 360 rad at some point, or a 360 millimeter cooler, water cooler, radiator. I use like jargon that I don't know if everybody understands. 360. It's like got 3 fans on it. You know, it's time for me to go for my new keyboard. I'm going to... Well, I would love to help you make a good choice. I don't know if I want to... let's follow the guide. Let's make sure we're doing it. So I put the case feet on. Yep. Install gaskets. Okay. We are on the right track here. I'd love to help you make a good decision. Let's see here. Because, you know, I got but there's always going to be differing opinions too, you know, like it's always good to do the research on things. Always. Don't listen to what I just said about how I bought a CPU and motherboard and RAM combo and didn't do any research on how hot the new AMD stuff gets. Don't pay attention to what I just said. It's just good to do your research on things. But to go off of what I was saying, I want to get a new cooler, even though the cooler I got is new. I just needed an AM5 cooler, and I bought a pretty beefy air cooler. Which the new stuff from Deepcool, I kind of slept on Deepcool for a long time, and I think the new stuff that they've come out with is pretty compelling. Aesthetically, performance-wise, everything is... I think they're in a good spot. If I made, you know, PC building content or whatever, PC-related content, that definitely a company that I think I'd want to work with because they just seem kind of up my alley. Deepcool has stepped up their game. Yeah, their new coolers just like they kind of stick. They look great. So I have I think it's the AK500. I think it's the single fan, but it's like it's a big boy. It's not the dual it's not dual stacks. It's just one big stack. Fractal have been wonderful to me too. 360 cooler, yeah, that's another cooler that I've considered getting. The Celsius, I don't like how the tubes come out the front, because it's that one, right, that you're talking about. It's the Celsius 360 where the tubes come out the front, like you're looking at the block and it just like juts out the front of it. I really like cooler designs where on the coming off of the cold plate and the pump, the tubes are on the side and they kind of swivel. That's what I prefer. I say that as having had a Corsair cooler that had a similar design, where the tubes came out the front. But also, I would imagine that the tubes that Fractal's using are a little bit more flexible. The ones on the Fractal or the Corsair cooler that I had were very stiff, and it was just like kind of this like experience. And as much as I would like to possibly get one of the NZXT coolers that has the screen on it, and there are a lot of other options in terms of that as well, I'm gonna be real. I ain't about to spend that money, that kind of money, on a cooler. And while my build will be aesthetically pleasing at some point, I have the the cable extensions and all that stuff. I even bought like a little like support post for the GPU. It's not there. It's not happening right now. You got the Lumen. Oh. Mine do have the yeah. Okay. I was thinking the Celsius 360 was like the old one. Yeah, okay. The Lumen does look sick, if I'm remembering correctly. Personally, like, with my components that I bought, like the motherboard has a little bit of RGB on it because it's an Asus board, which I don't know. I don't know if I've ever. I probably have. For a personal build, I don't know if I've ever had. It's been a long time. If that's the case, having an Asus board, I don't think I've had one in the personal build. Like, these are not. That's not big enough. Poop. So we all kind of know that Asus boards are like top dogging. It's not great. Can I have the? I've had MSI boards. My first like really nice motherboard was an MSI board a long time ago when I had my 4770K. Adamant that your next board's gonna be Asus. You know, it really, like, to me, it doesn't really matter. I was ASRock for a while when I did my first Ryzen build. Had a Fatality board. And then, yeah, before that was MSI. My last build was an Aorus board. And I've built with Asus boards before, just not personal builds. But yeah, typically, I mean, if you're listening in on the conversation and you don't really know, Asus makes some of the nicest motherboards in terms of like aesthetics. I guess it's ROG. It's Asus ROG. It's not just Asus, because I think Asus makes boards that are not. Yeah, they make boards that are not ROG. They make like their creator. No, that's MSI. I know MSI makes really nice boards too. I mean, anyway, they make some really nice motherboards. And it's kind of hard to compare, I think. I think they just have been known for their quality for a long, long time. But so was Samsung. So was Samsung and their drives. And then they decided to make a really crappy firmware for their 980 Pros. Yeah, I installed it on my old PC and checked the firmware with Samsung Magician before I even installed it in my new computer. So I was careful, even though it's like a slow death process. You know, like apparently and I didn't even know this. Like I was like, I'm buying this 980 Pro, and I'm glad I told multiple people. I don't tell people, hey, I'm getting this new thing. It's not like a brag thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to ever come off as that. It's times like that where I'm really appreciate that I told somebody, because both Rogue and my friend Victor, they were like, make sure you update the firmware. And I was like, I didn't know. I had no idea that was even a thing. I got the ROG and the Tough. Yeah, Tough stuff is still really good too. Yeah, I wouldn't have known if I wasn't like, hey guys, I bought this thing. So I definitely appreciate the feedback and like people letting me know that like I could have bought like a really shitty SSD. Luckily, mine was manufactured in a country that those didn't come out of. I think it was either Taiwan or Japan. Either way, mine was the opposite. Mine was the non-problematic SKU. And mine was manufactured in January. So all of the ones that were affected by this were manufactured in like 2021, I think, or earlier, maybe. I don't know. This is it wasn't like a deal. I think I paid like $160 for it. But I was thinking like, well, I'm gonna have a new PC. It'd be cool to have like, you know, a Gen 4 SSD. I've never had one. Be good for, you know, the video editing stuff that I've been doing. Putting all the footage on that. And working off of that drive. May make things a little bit quicker. 2021, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, I'm glad I checked too. Got an MSI board now that I've had issues flashing the BIOS. Oh, that's not good. That's always scary. Nobody likes flashing the BIOS. But if you want to get the most out of your computer, sometimes flashing the BIOS and having that update the microcode on your CPU would really help. I actually had somebody, Bongo Bongo actually brought something to my attention too on Twitter. Basically using PBO2 in the BIOS for my new CPU to basically go that route to undervolting my CPU. Basically, I think it's basically undervolting, but it produces very good results if you can tune it correctly. I just need to watch some. I watched a couple videos about it today, and it seems really, really simple. It's just kind of a trial and error thing. Not all of the CPUs can hit that minus 30. I think it's minus 30 millivolts or something. More than likely, since my CPU is one of the higher core count CPUs, that I might have to do minus 15 or something. I don't know. Either way, and again, stuff like that where people like, I talk about it on Twitter or social media or in Discord or whatever, and people are like, you should try this, you should do this. It's just nice. Thinking that if I built, I'm either going to Samsung or WD. The Sabrent makes good shit too. I don't know if you can really go wrong in terms of like the modern stuff that's out now. Like SK Hynix makes good stuff. As far as I know, haven't heard anything bad. This is the most tedious part about this whole build. Just putting the gaskets on. These are just made out of Poron. I don't know if Poron is like a foam that's quite dense. I feel bad. I wanted to stream earlier because I knew that Mac would be streaming as well. So I wanted to stream at noon so that, you know, she could have an opportunity to be here, but She got the war zones to play. And I knew that she would be really interested in this one because she's a PlayStation fan. But nope. I posted on social media what the box looks like for the keycap set. It's so cool. They did a really good job with the artwork on the box. They made it look like a jewel case. Obviously, when we get to it, I'll show you. I'm gonna leave a little bit of anticipation. I haven't even opened it yet. This is the first. This is like the first time I was like very patient and I didn't open it right away. So the plastic is still on it. It's a GMK set that has the plastic on it. Be proud of me. I did open... I think because I ordered extra stuff and it showed up way earlier. I did open one of the boxes, but that was not like a fun box. It was just like a regular box. I'm skeptical with Sabrent because they seem cheaper. I haven't had any issues as far as I know with any Sabrent drives. But then again, one of the Sabrent drives that's in Ophi's PC just likes to randomly disappear sometimes. But I don't know if that's the drive itself or if it's a motherboard issue. Oh, either way, Ophi, I know you're probably busy and doing whatever. If you can, go and download Samsung Magician. It's just called Samsung Magician. She has a Samsung drive in her PC. I believe it's a 980, not a Pro. Or it's something. I would go download Magician and install the latest firmware. Just while you're doing whatever you're doing. You have their drive cleaner. What's it do? Samsung Magician. It's basically it's Samsung's program to like. It basically helps with the health of your drive. You can like monitor that stuff. But what I want you to do with it. I mean, you don't have to do it. I can do it. But it's to update the firmware on your SSD to make sure that it's on the current firmware. Make sure it's all good. You're getting the most out of it and you don't have any like weird problems with your SSD, which I know that we've kind of had in the past. I don't know if it's with the Samsung drive. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was. Is it going to frick anything up? No. No. It's just updating the firmware. The program itself won't do anything. Even if you install it, and it'll probably tell you you need to update your firmware. You don't have to do it right away. Like I said, I can probably do it for you if you don't feel comfortable doing it. It's a very simple process, but... Okay. We've got all of our gaskets on here. Very cool. And we did put our weight in, which looks like this currently, because I haven't taken the plastic off. It's black chrome. Place case foams as shown. There was an optional weight, I think, like an internal weight as well. I did not get that because I didn't think it was necessary. I also have the battery. So I don't know if I want to put the battery in now or if I want to do that some other time. We could put the battery in. What do you guys think? Should I put the we need the peel? No, not yet. Yeah, it's a good software to have for sure. I think maybe put the battery in. So we just gonna go in there like that. It's got a little fun JST connector on it. Okay, so we don't need that case foam. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well put it in when we get the guts open. Seems like this goes up here. This is really nice feeling pour-on foam. It's pretty poogers. Looks like a little bit of this ripped, but it goes in there real nice. They really they did a really good job with this part, at least. That goes in here. They really wanted to be able to fill it all up with foam. So some people are in the belief that, you know, too much foam bad, which could be the case. Okay. I don't have a build that has a lot of foam like this in it. So it's like, well, I kind of just want to do it anyway. It's like that. Boom. Foam. And then we put this bad boy in there. Rest the assembled plate, PCB combo on the bottom case. Here's an issue, since we have this blue sticky on here, which still appears to be very sticky and not easily removed. There's no way that we can plug in the JST connector because it's on the back here. I'd have to cut a hole through. You know what I mean? I guess I could just be really careful with it and try to peel it off. Because they gave us extra. They gave us an extra one. Trying my best here. Probably gonna take a minute. Or 5. It might not come out looking the best, but it's probably what we need to do. Why don't we just do it slowly? It might just be, on the edges where we have our biggest issues. Really, at the end of the day, it's just foam. And as much as it bothers me that it won't look perfect or whatever, it's fine. whole way there. Not really sure why this one needed the backing and the other one didn't. Like this blue backing. The other ones had just like the clear backings. Stop that. Found the technique. 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 Slowest peel. Technique! He's pogging right now. Not the cleanest peel, but it's my peel. I just felt that the rotary encoder of the knob does click in, so that's cool. It'll click when I push it on the desk. There's a problematic area here. We got a lot of different cuts that are in different directions. Done. So it's not the cleanest, but we did it. There, okay. This is goofy. So the actual JST connector for the battery is underneath this. So we will need to make our own little hole here. May need to maybe grab some scissors. It's not bad. I mean, just stretch it around it and then we'll push it down. I think that'll work. Just have to kind of tear it a little bit. Yeah. And try to get these sort of situated so that they're around the I don't think it necessarily has to be super, super perfect. But, you know, if I can put a little bit of effort while I'm here into trying to get things to where they need to be, because it kind of has like a sticky backing to it. And regardless, it's going to do what it's supposed to do, you know. Yeah? Sleepy dog? It's like that. Okay. The peel has been peeled. The pogging has pogged. We pogged it. We did the pogging. I think you should be able to... JST connector has been plugged in. And we can get all of the different... I'm being silly right now, if I'm honest with you. Being very silly. Got a little... There we go. We need to put the keyboard in the case, guys. The keyboard goes in the case. A little mind flooded right now. Oh, right. You know, you got to make sure that the actual like connector goes in the hole too. Foam isn't like totally lined up properly, but nice thing about foam is it's very easy to manipulate. Just making sure all of our places of contact are good to go. Let me get a little smoosh down. I was about to ask. My eyes can only see so much, you know. We probably don't need to put top plate on yet. Press the assembled plate PCB combo on the top, the bottom of the case. Make sure the USB port aligns with the cutout. Make sure it aligns with the cutout. Make sure it aligns with the cutout. It aligns with the cutout. I think once it's like really sandwiched in there, it'll be even better. No part of the plate should be... The gasket tabs on the plate should be sitting right on top of the gasket strips. On the bottom case, no part of the plate should be covering any of the screw holes in the bottom case. Yes. That is currently what I'm witnessing. It says please. Please place the top case on the top of the assembled bottom. Okay. Carefully guide the encoder shaft through the corresponding hole in the top case. This gap is very precise, so you may need to use some force. Pay attention to the positioning of the screw holes to make sure that they match up perfectly. On the top case, I think it means once. Once the top case is properly in place, install the screws using the Allen key. Well, I don't give a shit about your Allen key, if I'm I'm being honest. Not trying to be rude or anything. I just kind of don't even care. I'm assuming the battery doesn't have any charge on it. I don't know how you would turn the battery on and off yet. Guess we'll figure it out together. Coming together quite nicely, though. It's starting to look like an actual keyboard. Okay. Now, install the remaining switches. Please be careful not to force them in, as the hot swap sockets underneath cannot be braced against the impact. Got a lot of flex in there. Wow. Okay. That is not all the way in there. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. Dog hairs have to make an appearance in every stream. Those flex cuts do be doing something, and I know that it would be a little bit more flexible if we didn't use so much foam. We could take some of the foam out. That's it, right? That's it. Knob time? Knob reveal? Knob. So it doesn't have like knurling on it. I think it's just like one smooth knob. Any knob lovers in chat? Yeah, wow. Very shiny. And I say that the finish on it isn't like super like pristine. But come on, you can't like. Is this? That is the right size, okay. But in terms of knobs, it's a Pretty nice looking knob. If I can get the knob to go in the hole. Is there not a... Oh, it's threaded, but there's no... It's threaded, but there's no screw in it. It appears. Tighten the gym screw at the side of the gym screw. Black in color is already installed in the knob. Maybe it's like real deep in there. Or maybe I'm just using the wrong tool. Maybe I should just use the correct tool. The tool that they give you. This little tiny Allen key. Yeah, it's already in there. There he is. I want to like push it on there without. That's how it should go on there. It's not going in there though. It's definitely like I can see. Don't just ignore. Nice knob. Just ignore me. I was doing it the wrong way. There we go. Nice knob. There's the knob. Quite shiny. Quite nice. Looks pretty poogers. All right. Plug in the USB cable and test all the switches to see if they are working. You can use VIA to test switches. And if a particular switch doesn't appear to work, please take it out and make sure that the pins are straight. If it still doesn't work, please contact the store where you purchased the Zoom65. Note, the FN key marked by the red circle will not show up in key testers. Well, I know how VIA works. I'm a smart boy. So this particular board does not have per key RGB. Just so that you're aware. If you're into RGB, this is not the board for you. But we will open up VIA here. I want to I would like to, I'm going to unplug our macro pad over here so that it recognizes something else is plugged in. Authorized device. Zoom65 wireless. I gave it the permission. I gave you permission to see the Zoom65. Paired, connect. So again, with the whole VIA thing being just cloud-based, we can use it. We can use it to test, though. We can use it to test our switches. Sorry, hold on. Give you a little looky-loo. Backspace works. This is not registering these keys. Not sure what these keys are. None of these are working. Okay. Okay, so all of these are working. I'm just gonna miss keys. That's gonna make it look like. Yep. This is a function key, so that's not gonna show up. Okay, right shift, enter, delete, page up, page down. Okay, all of our switches work. It will not, however, give me access to VIA in terms of like customization. I don't know if that's a wireless PCB issue or what, but I think we are right at that point where I think we could start thinking about putting keycaps on. Think. Install the keycaps. Yeah. Very cool. We'll unplug this. Give a little sip of coffee. And let's look at keycaps now. This is so cool. This this box is very cool. All right. So I'm gonna set this. Oh, heavy boy. Sorry. It's quite heavy. Look at this box, guys. Sorry, I brushed my microphone and now it's covered in dog hair. Look at this. Isn't that sick? It looks like a jewel case. And we do have the katakana edition. All of it, like this things that look like stickers and things. They're not actual stickers. It's just part of the design. Here are all the extras that you can get. But it just looks like a jewel case, and it's really cool. I gotta grab. Hold on, I gotta find the extras here. I have the Also came with a cool sticker, so I put it on the box that they're not going to live in this box. I'm going to keep this box, but I'm going to keep them in here because it's easier for organization and stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's wrapped in shrink wrap. It's really cool. But yeah, we have the colored modifiers because I thought those would look really cool. The modifiers that come in the kit are they're just the legends are the color, which could look really good for like a stealthy. If you're going for a little more stealth, I love that the stepped caps. I wish that this board, as far as I know, it doesn't. But we're gonna do stepped caps because I really like stepped caps. I wish it had a caps lock light underneath, because it does have this power, like see-through little like window. It's supposed to be like a power button. I might even still put it on there anyway. But it's really cool. Yeah. And I was even thinking, like, I forgot that this didn't have RGB. I don't care that it doesn't have RGB. But I was just going to enable just that one switch and have the green light come through. But I digress. So probably going to go with these because I like colors. Make it a little bit more bold. Yeah, let's open this up. Ceremoniously open the GMK set that took over a year to get here. Hey, Rogue, you have a GMK set, don't you? You have the it's like the purple one. GMK. All this cool packaging, and then the way that they ship their keycaps. You ready for this? How terrible this is gonna look? No. It looks like shrink wrap, but then it looks like shrink wrap. No, you're right. It looks like there's shrink wrap on the thing. Yeah, you have GMK laser. No, it looks like there's shrink wrap on the casing itself, but there was shrink wrap on it. Yeah, you're right. I'm ready for all of these keycaps to be everywhere. Wow, they actually like made it here without. I shouldn't say anything because there's another layer. Hold on. Please hold. Another layer. It's all like recyclable material. I don't know. Like it's cool. Wow, it like showed up. Actually, not like fucked up. That's pretty poogers. I really wish I would have bought the spacebar kit so that if I wanted to use this on an LS board, I could. I don't have the spacebar kit. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get the spacebar kit. There's an extra B. There's an extra B. Let's go. All right. That's the keycap set. And they look fantastic. I just don't know how these grays are going to look together. This looks a little cooler. This looks like a little warmer, but you know what? I don't think we're going to really try to be too judgy here. Yeah, the grays don't match, but I think once we get the colors and stuff on too. Ooh. She sounds good. This is the most organized that this keycap set will ever be, because then it's going to go and live. The rest of the keycaps are going to live in this box, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to find the keys that I want if I ever take the keys off of this board. I'm intentionally leaving this one blank. remember choosing the wireless PCB. Oh my god. It sounds like I thought it would. It's the PE foam. The PE sheet. Even with the different grades, it looks good so far. The camera is definitely going to pick it up the most, I think. Oh my god. Oh my god. PlayStation keyboard. So much flex in that top row. Like almost concerning. And I do dig the katakana. There was an option for no katakana, just like because this was the second round, and the katakana was like the thing that sort of denoted that it was the second round. But you could also get the ones without katakana in the round 2 because this keycap set was pretty popular when it came out. I'm intentionally leaving some of the modifiers and stuff without keycaps on them because I'm going to go with colorful ones. Oh, we still got lots of music left. Thinking we'd probably be close to the end of the playlist. Gray on gray on gray. Millennial keyboard. With the katakana is the way to go. It makes it so clean. Yeah, and I really do dig like it's like more busy looking. Simple, simplistic looking keycaps that are very clean are also very appealing to me. But I like the katakana. It's just, it adds a little flavor, a little spice. A little spicy spice. I think it's very interesting. The amount of money, put this into perspective here. The amount of money I spent on the keycaps and like the little macro pad and all that stuff, more money than the actual keyboard, which is, par for the course if you're going GMK. Now, I will say, if you're looking for really high quality keycaps, regardless of what I've said about drop and the issue where I don't have an extra B key for my white on black set, which I'm still very upset about. It's not really their fault, because like just that set probably came out at a time where like it just wasn't like super popular for, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna try and defend them. Don't know. The DCX stuff is really good. It's really tasty. Okay, we do want to put these on. Oh, my tummy. Tummy do be rumbling. I do not have colored spacebars either, so we're gonna do, because there was a colored spacebar kit. I do not have that. Flip spacebar gang. Yeah. This is, I'm gonna assume this is alt. I can change it later. This is function. And then we'll figure out the other ones. We do have colored arrow keys. So it's going to match up with our macro pad, which is why I wanted to make sure I did it correctly. Colors on these are really great. They're pretty vibrant, but I don't think they're like too over the top, you know? It's our backspace. Caps lock. Nope, that's nope. It's stepped caps. We're doing step caps. I kind of want to still use the power button, even though I don't have an LED underneath there, because I think it looks cool. This goes here. You do match up on either side as well, so like you get color match both sides. That is okay. Just has to get on there. Side effect of it not clipping into the plate, right? That switch, which I think might need a little attention, but we can pay attention to it later. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. Of course, it pulls the switch out with it too, because it's not freaking clipped into the plate. It is what it is. Yeah. And then got our shift key here. Our shift key. And we're good with these. I think we just need to figure out our keys here real quick. Let me plug it in. Well, no, I don't need to plug it in. I need a let me check it. Make sure it's right. This is a delete key. Not sure if that is the right. I think it needs to be this one. I think. See, there's our because the plate is the way it is, not clipping in correctly. Just want to make sure I'm getting the right. It seems too tall. That seems right. And then page up. Page up. This seems too tall. Not a huge deal. We can always go with a different. That's too bad. There's a colored function here. They don't. It's just how it is, I guess. Page up. Page up. And then this one is end. So we can put end there. There's that. Those look correct to me, to my eye. I'll put these away later. Just don't knock that off the top of the computer. And then, to finish it off, we have this, which is more of a silver chrome than a black chrome. So not 100% totally coordinated to the best of my ability. Actually, you know what? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I think you could have gone silver or like either way with that, and you still would have like, it still would have been money. Maybe they did that on purpose. Don't worry, guys. I gotta polish my knob. Does it control the volume? Yep. It's controlling the volume here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the moment that you've been waiting for, this ding dang peel. Hold on. Oh, look at that. You see my camera up there? Where's the camera? There it is. The peel. The peel. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. What do you think? I feel like we did pretty good. Looks like I always get like super picky about the profiles of the switches on the side. It says it's paired, but it still won't let me configure anything in VIA. But we are plugged in. Everything seems to be functioning as it should be in terms of I can type on the keyboard. Man, if I would have had like enough forethought, I would have like queued up some like PlayStation music. But I didn't. So let us move on to another favorite segment that everybody that views this video in the future, if you do, not that this board is like super hyped up right now, a lot of coverage has already happened. So A lot of the stuff that's already going to be made is already made. But everybody in the future that's watching this, this is the part where you want to be. This is the part in all of the VODs that everybody goes to, and all of my VODs, is the sound test. Reminds me of a 90s commercial. Yeah, this is the part, man. This is the part where you want to be. If you're looking for a sound test, it's gonna follow this segment right here. This is it. All right. So I gotta set up. I'm going to mute music, and we're gonna bring up monkey type, and then I'm also going to shrink it down ever so slightly because it is not the important part of what is happening here. The keyboard is. I could probably do one of these, and then do one of these, and then maybe like make it a little bigger so that you can see it. It's like that. 3-hour sound test. Oh yeah, it's right at the 3-hour mark. Amazing. What I'm also going to do is take off any filters and things that I have on my mic. So now there's no compressor, there's no noise removal, there's no nothing. It's just bare raw dogging audio. The microphone I'm using is a Shure SM7B, if you can't already tell. And that's as far over as I can get it. And it's covering up the macro pad. Oh well. My framing isn't perfect. Raw dog and audio. Pog. You can still hear me, right? You can still hear me? Let's Oh. Okay. Time for sound test. Oh. Now, okay. Now I have performance anxiety because I actually have monkey type open. Normally I don't have it open. Normally I don't have it open. So you guys get to see actually what I'm typing, which is bad. I'm not good. Okay, redo. Oh. Yeah. Error. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how this whole wireless PCB thing works. I don't really know how to turn the PCB on. It seems to work just fine. Wireless PCB guide. The Zoom65 comes with the firmware already flashed, so you do not need to flash it again. Needs to import JSON manually to use VIA. If you can't get VIA to recognize the keyboard, you need to flash firmware on PC. Unable to flash on a Mac. Then VIA can be used on Mac as well. Zoom65 wireless cannot be flashed via QMK Toolbox or any other method to flash a QMK firmware. You need to use Wuche Studio's own software linked below to flash a new firmware. So function space is wired mode. Function Z to enter Bluetooth pairing mode. So function Z, hold for 3 seconds. Green light. Yeah. It does have an LED. Pog. Bluetooth. Zoom65 wireless. Pog. Connected. It's connected. Hold on. Oh, Bluetooth keyboard. Very cool. I don't know what standard of Bluetooth it uses. So we have FNZ, long press for 3 seconds to enter Bluetooth pairing mode. The caps key flashes green during pairing and stays on for 3 seconds. Go off after pairing is complete. Okay. FNX, long press for 3 seconds to enter Bluetooth pairing mode. The caps. So it's the same thing, but it's dual Bluetooth connections. This might be my favorite board you've built so far. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty pog, right? It's pretty sick. I'm pleased. Sound wise, I know you couldn't really hear the backspace very well because directional mic, whatever. I'll probably do like an actual sound test, like a real one, and post it to the channel because I am pretty pleased with how this turned out. The grays really do look pretty similar. They're not gonna be perfect, but like, they're really for real. Like, look at it. It looks fine. Yeah, it sounds like foam. It sounds like foam for sure. Like, it does, but it does sound good. And I don't, like I said, I don't have like a board that's like filled to the brim with foam like this. And this is just like what most boards that are like this that are filled with foam sound like, which is pretty samey. A lot of people like kind of poo-poo on board, like filling boards with foam because it's like cheating, or but if it's like what you want it to sound like, then like it's fine, you know. Like, you don't, if that's what you want, if that's what your board, like, there's too much like, do I get soapboxy here? I feel like there's too much like emphasis on like, I need to make my board sound like nobody else's, or I need to be unique. Like, there's a lot of opportunity for you to have a board that is not so similar to a lot of other people's, because there are so many keycaps, there are so many different boards, whatever. Like, the urge to be unique, I think within the hobby is pretty strong. I'm kind of getting to the point where like, a white on black keycap set on like a really clean blackboard just sounds that just like sounds like it's gonna hit real good. You know what I mean? But there's so much potential to make things look and sound cool, and like it's all preference. It's all preference. It's all preference. It's all preference. But if you want this sound, the Zoom65 EE and subsequently the EE V2, it's how you get it to sound the way you want it to sound. You know, this is how long pole switches. These are factory lubed, and they feel great. Minimalistic is mint. Exactly. So I will give this experience building this the knob is gonna bother me because it's so shiny. The experience, I'll give it like an A-. The whole build process and everything. If we're just talking about the keyboard itself, and I don't know what they've done, if they've improved anything on the new version. I don't know. I feel like I heard something about the case foam that we had to deal with today. I feel like I heard something about that being an issue, but it's been so long. All the reviews and things came out for this board 5 months ago, so they probably just goofed, and the foam that they sent to reviewers was different. So whatever. That was the only part that was kind of bothersome, but it wasn't bothersome. Didn't really matter. Because you could it's just foam. But in terms of looks, this board, there's a ton of different colors. But look. We're connected via Bluetooth. I don't know how to turn Bluetooth off, so I gotta learn some things. But look, just look at it. It's almost perfect. It's as close to perfect as I possibly could have even managed. Plus, look at this. Oh, they're different. They're slightly different. They made new cables. They're different size X's, and the ends are different. I'm not going to be too upset about it. This one is cleaner though, because this has that stamped metal bottom here. See that? This one doesn't have that. It's just one part. Anyway, whatever. Still happy with it. Love it. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And this is absolutely going to be one of the boards that I will keep moving forward. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think I'm going to try and sort of evaluate what I've got now at this point. And if I want to, I might list some on my fourth wall. Or probably what I'll do first is post them in the Discord, so that people have an opportunity to grab them first if they want to. I'm not trying to I am in no way going to make any money on anything that I sell. It's purely one, I want to not have so many keyboards that don't get used. And two, it's I kind of know what I like, right? So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to probably be offloading is stuff that yeah, it's probably good quality, and it's just not for me though. And in the case of the GMK Pro and some other boards, I just don't vibe with it, So probably some like heavier discounts on some things that I just want to see gone. And if I can just get it to somebody that could use an upgrade on a board, they're still going to be expensive. They're still not going to be like, I could take $100 off a board and it's still going to be more expensive than most of the keyboards that you can buy. You know what I mean? Like, Cursed keyboard giveaway still in effect. I haven't hit 500. I might have to just sell it. That's one of the boards that I just like, I can't. I gotta get rid of it. And I feel like, you know, I feel like there should be an expiration date on that giveaway. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just like honor something that happened like 3 years ago. It wasn't 3 years ago, but you know what I mean. We never hit our goal. We didn't hit it fast enough. This gets the terms. We're not gonna do it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna take a minute to. It's a work of art. It is. It really is. Bluetooth mode. Connection method. FN plus Z or X. Press for 3 seconds to switch to Bluetooth mode. The caps key flashes green during pairing, indicating that you've entered Bluetooth pairing mode. The computer/mobile phone searches for it, connects the device. After the connection is successful, the key stays on for 3 seconds and then goes off. If using Bluetooth connection, please switch the keyboard to Bluetooth mode. If you're using a USB connection, please switch the keyboard to USB wired mode. Otherwise, keyboard cannot be used normally. FN, so function combination, space plus backspace, press and plug the USB to restore factory settings. Okay. FN plus shift plus R, long press, 3 seconds, manually reset the keyboard. Space plus N turns N key rollover on, only in wired mode. Must be held before plugging in the keyboard. FN plus escape is the tilde key. Or, yeah, whatever. You're not telling me how to go back into wired mode, though. Oh, it's FN plus space. So FN plus space. So we should be back in wired mode now. Or not. Do I have to hold it? No. Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. So you kind of have to like work. Oh, we're back in Bluetooth mode. So if I go into Bluetooth and I would like to forget this device. Please. Remove device, yes. So it's not on anymore. It's not, my computer doesn't know that it exists. It's not connected. If I plug this in, now it works. To be real, I'll probably just use it in wired mode anyway. Because it's Bluetooth. Cool. All right. Interesting. So the JSON file, which I can bring up the JSON file too. Download that. I created a thingy here via files. Yeah, there we go. What are you gonna do with the macro pad? So my idea for the macro pad is probably, so now when I stream on Twitch, I use my my PNG tuber, which is a bird. It's like a crow or a raven, whatever. And if in the future, I don't know what I'm going to use it for now, but in the future, I could use this to switch my my states. So if I get more artwork done, I could like use it to change my like my different states on my different, you know, like on my PNG tuber. Right now, don't have like a permanent like an idea for what I want to really use it for. It'd be really cool to like switch scenes and stuff too. For if I didn't have a stream deck, could do that. Put the zoomies on here, like Panic Burb. Yeah, Panic Burb. Mac, hello. How was your stream? I streamed the whole time while you were streaming. Did you raid out? Hello. This is what the keyboard looks like. I'll show you in big mode. It was good? Good. So is my stream. This is really well. We got, so I know that you probably didn't get a chance to see it. So this is the macro pad. My PlayStation kid heart is happy. I know I really wanted to stream at noon today so that you could be here for most of the stream. And I could have done it tomorrow, whatever. Yeah, macro pad. I really wanted to like. I just wanted to do it. Just get it over with. Not like in a bad way. I just like was ready to do it, and then like the storm happened, and I was like, rah, rah. You did have me up, so you saw it. Check this out. Isn't that cool? So this company Rama does make these macro pads for like a lot of other like designs, like keycap designs and things to like go and match it. So they made one for the PlayStation or the Dualshot 2. Can't say PlayStation. But the front of it looks like a place where you can plug in like a controller or memory card or whatever. I think it's a controller. But yeah, it's really dope. And we freaking did it. The keycap set. The grays are slightly different. Not a big deal. It's a memory card. It's like slightly different, but it's so close. It's like very close. Definitely not bothering your mind. No, but it's so close, and I think it's not bothering me so much because it's that close. And then we also do have the Rama Artisan as well, which comes with the Omnitype logo on it. They did sell the DualShot one as well with the DualShot logo on it, but I thought the Omnitype one was pretty cool, so I went with the Omnitype one. Also, I made these decisions like over a year ago, so it's been a while. Which matches the chrome knob as well. It matches the chrome knob. Oh, that's a long time. Yeah, it was a long time. So the chrome is like a black chrome. This is like a regular chrome, but it's like it's really like indistinguishable if you don't stare at it for too long. It's both shiny. Are you ready for this though? Well, bam! Shiny! I don't need to lick a keyboard. I can just show you my face in the keyboard. Fancy! Yeah! How'd the sound test go? Oh, it sounds so good. Did you lick it at all? No. No, I didn't lick it at all. Oh, I'm gonna die. I touched it. Oh! Guys, I touched it. Oh, it's so shiny. It sounds really good. Take my word for it. You have to lick. No, I'm not gonna lick this part. I was just talking about selling some of my boards, and I don't want to like have it out there that I've licked them all. That's not great, you know. I don't want it like out there. So I'm just like licking stuff. Anyway, I'm glad your stream went well. My stream went probably just as well. So thanks for popping in and saying hello. Did it add value? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Licked keyboard, $500. But anyway, I'm gonna end stream now. Thank you for sticking around, especially you, Rogue. Thanks for chilling with me for a vast majority of the stream. Appreciate you. Very pleased with how it turned out. Was it worth the wait? Who knows? It's just a keycap set, but this board in particular, if you're looking for a 65% board, the new version of the Zoom65 seems like a really good bet. And it's heavy. It's a chunky boy. You can even get the internal weight too. Make it even more chunky. Would I go for the wireless PCB? I don't know. I'm assuming they also make the wireless PCB in the new one as well. But it was worth it. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for coming by and watching me do silly things with keyboards. But anyway, I'm gonna go and maybe like figure out what we're doing for food and clean up a little bit, because it's always fun after a build. You just throw stuff everywhere, and this is no exception. It's actually not too bad. I've had worse scenarios where there's like just stuff everywhere. I think we did a pretty good job. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and share this video with somebody that is looking for an affordable introductory into the keyboard space. But yeah, we will see you. I don't know when to see you next. Honestly, on the YouTube channel, you probably see me on Twitch, streaming gaming stuff. But even then, you probably won't even see me because I'm a bird. I'm a bird now. I'm a PNG tuber now, so I don't actually show my face. So probably the next time you see my face on YouTube, it'll probably be in a video, because I'm working on writing. This will help me write a new script for one of the new videos I'm planning. But I get to see the handsome face whenever I want. That's true. You're not wrong. So true. So true. You're a piece. Jealous. Well, I mean, maybe you'll see the Discord. Join the Discord. Should be a link in the description of the video if you want to hang out in the Discord with a bunch of weirdos. We do have a keyboard section, which is probably, if you're watching this video in the future, that's probably what you care about. I'm the only one that likes keyboards. The only one. Nobody else likes keyboards like I like keyboards. Not wrong, but hurtful. Yeah, we're all weirdos. There's no Discord link in the description. Well, I'll fix it. I put a ton of stuff in the description. Okay, I do a lot of work. I push the there's the link. If you have the chat open, I do a lot. It's yeah. You can copy paste. That's what I do every time I do a live. When I go live, I just like use the same description, and then I just and I just like and just redo it. I use I like leave all the like repetitive information and then change some of it. Yeah, I just reuse my settings. Well, I mean, I did it on purpose because there's a lot of links. So, anyway, happy gaming, everyone. See you later. Goodbye. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'm gonna do this. Goodbye. Love you.